This is part 3 of 7. It will start off straight away about not all mountains being trees, and things explained as natural phenomena are actually scars left behind by ancient machines and beings that gutted the earth during the Silica Era. You will see reference to statues and drawings that now make perfect sense in conjunction to this and quickly puts in doubt all this ancient aliens nonsense. Rather, they are echoes of the fallen angels, and how partnering with humanity, they caused a lot of damage back then, and are still controlling humans to do the same today by metaphysical, political, and spiritual means. There will consequently be shown giant quarry wastes on the continents worldwide, and there will be mention of the sawdust and amber left behind of the fallen trees, which has effect on my emotion and flabbergasts me every time I see it. At 7 minutes 20, where is said time to lift another veil, there will also be talk of the scientific sorcery that has eluded us from before we could even think for ourselves. It was put at the end of this part 3 because it links in directly with what is said within the 6th minute along with the Earth picture. If you haven't seen the previous 2 parts, please watch them, and either way, I hope you enjoy. P.S. The background picture is a hint that I have seen around and tested or seen plenty mentioned here for myself.
But again, not all mountains are trees. There is a reason you can feel completely changed spiritually and physically in some parts of the mountains and then feel a sense of the barrenness in other parts. This is a cuttlefish, the largest bucket wheel excavator in the world today. The rotary excavator works by scraping the land and leaving a concave wall of stone. Look at these cliffs in Australia. They are called a wonder of the world, the wave rock. But can you see the resemblance? It is not a wave of rock. It is the scars of giant rotary excavation. We can find representations of gigantic machines in the pre-Spanish pottery displayed in Costa Rica and San Francisco. Imagine you are a rural inhabitant and you see one of these, much more gigantic in scale, and for the first time. You would too think they were some kind of mythical monster. Look at Tula, the ancient capital city of Toltec. They revered these beings and paid homage to them with sculptures on top of their half pyramids. Look closer at their hands. They look like they're holding drills or power tools. Look at this drawing. It depicts beings in some kind of metallic suit, with helmets that cover their entire face for protection, and what looks like to be swords in their hands. We are told these artifacts were made before metal was discovered, but that is clearly a lie. Look at these images of quarries. You see the tiered, stepped structure. It is a formed structure with right angles when viewed from above. The excavators take huge chunks of land, and this is the remaining result. They have lied about everything. What they call ravines, cliffs, valleys are nothing more than quarries. Look at the valley passages and limestone cliffs that border it. Massive chunks of land were excavated and carved out. Now look at the rest of our world. Quarried tiered stone. You can still see the traces of machines' tracks on the ground as they gutted the land. It is a wasteland. In some old quarries, there is a lot of moisture and people are able to do farming and plants regrow. This is not a lake. This is a flooded quarry. Look at the Caspian Sea. It is a giant flooded quarry. And these quarries are literally everywhere. Tibet Mountains, a 6,000-meter quarry. Grand Canyon National Park in America, huge quarry. Lake Louise in Canada, flooded quarry. The Red River Gorge in America, quarry. The Peak District in England, a quarry with new growth. The Highlands in Scotland, a tiered quarry system. Snowdonia in Wales, a flooded quarry system. Blue Mountains in Australia, a huge gutted quarry. The Blue Mountains again. Compare this wall to the human marble mining in the Alps. We have to wake up. Tongariro National Park in New Zealand, quarried waste heap. Utah State Park, a huge quarry. Bugatti Mountains, quarry waste. Zermatt Glacier in Switzerland, a quarried path with scarred tracks. Rainbow Mountain in Peru, a quarry heap full of chemicals. Lunar Crater Lake in Iceland, a flooded quarry. Namibia Desert, vast quarried waste. Egyptian Desert, the bottom layer is totally scraped out. Nothing grows here. There is no soil left. Deserts are completely artificial. They are the result of giant-scale mining activities so barbaric that they removed all soil and living life. Australia is a huge quarry with barely any soil, just red dust. The Sahara Desert is gigantic quarry waste. What is sand? It is silica or silicon dioxide. Sand is grounded, fine silicon dust. Just like we see sawdust when cutting down carbon trees. It is the remains of the silicon trees. Baltic amber often washes up on the shores of the Baltic Sea. Amber is fossilized tree resin. 90% of the world's amber comes from here. There is so much amber in the oceans, it shouldn't be there. It is the waste of the large-scale mining of Earth's old gigantic trees. There is not an area on Earth that throughout history has not been mined. There are no natural rocks, mountains, cliffs, ravines, plateaus, canyons, deserts on Earth. Earth is not a spinning planet that's evolved over time. It is an old, flat quarry. They have lied to us about everything and hidden the true barbaric history. A tremendous sin. It is time to lift another veil. There seems to be no end to the lies. It is important to understand that a science can be constructed out of almost anything. The indoctrination of heliocentrism and its subsequent scientific fields are primarily metaphysical and not rooted in the physical observable world we inhabit. The satanic cabal could have easily told us that the earth was shaped like an oblong or triangle, and entire sciences and mathematical equations would have been dedicated to explaining this. Good science fiction works in the same way. The science adds up, but it doesn't make it a reality. Our reality is not governing the field of heliocentrism. We experience nothing that suggests our Earth is a globe. No, rather it is a concept or idea that is governing heliocentrism and leading many scientists further astray from discovering real truth. The perceivable world is at odds with scientific theory. It is deliberate deception. And this deception is also present in our geological understanding of Earth's flat plane.